The market is bad. Says who? That's one of the main excuses y'all make. The market is bad. Who said that? It's normal to me. I've been telling you it's normal for the past year. I said get used to the new norm. Y'all keep waiting and waiting. Listen, y'all been waiting since May, June of 2022. And I kept telling y'all, nah, this the new norm, big dog. Get used to it. Well, Freightwave said this. Man, I don't care what they said. This is the new norm. Get used to it. 2023 came. I said, listen, it's not going to get no better for you, big dog. But Freightwave said Q2. I said, no, this is the new norm. Get used to it. All 2023, you was waiting. Remember? It's in the. This is what I love about the content. YouTube, you can go back and look into it. I said it. It's in the content. Just go back. See, you don't like to go back. You need to go back. I've been saying this shit since back then. But all 2023, you said you complain that you can't wait till it go back. I'm trying to figure out where this back is and what's your definition of back and what does it look like. I kept telling you it's the new norm. You made excuses. All right. 2023 came and it went. I also told you a few other things that you thought you was going to see, and I told you weren't going to see, and you got mad at me. And then when that time period came around, you didn't see those things, and you didn't come back and tell me I was right. You just made the excuses. You made the excuses, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, it's going to get better in 2024. That's what you were starting to say around October, November last year. And I said, yo, this is the new norm. Get used to it. Find a way to make it in the current economy. This is the new norm. This is normal. This is what rates look like. These are the rates. These are the rates prior to the pandemic. You act like I don't know what I'm talking. I've been around. I've been around here before the pandemic. And I know some of your favorite content creators who you bought your course from and your mentorship, who also started at the same time you started, but you thought it was in your best interest to go get them a nickel or $10,000 for a mentorship and some type of hold my hand mentorship. You wanted somebody that started at the same time you started to hold your hand and walk you to success when they just started at the same time you started. That's crazy to me. But you want to blame them too. But we're going to get to that a little bit later. But anyway, you said 2024, Q1 of 2024. I said you a fool. Q1 of any year is horrible. January and February are going to be the worst 2 months of the year. But your favorite influencer told you it was going to be good. I shook my head. Time came and it went. And guess what? It was worse than what you was already dealing with when you was complaining that shit was going to be better. All right. Q2 of 2024 came and went. You still complaining. You still placing the blame. We in Q3 now. We almost at the end of Q3 and you still complaining and making excuses. When you gonna stop making excuses, big dog? I've been telling you this the new norm for the past 2 years. You don't want to listen. The market is normal. It's a competitive market. The problem is you. You're the problem. Go in your bathroom right now and look in the mirror and point and say, you the problem. Go in the bathroom, look in the mirror and point and say, you the problem. And then fix it. Stop making excuses. Stop placing the blame. Be a problem solver. That's what a business owner is. Your day is going to be filled with solving problems. And if you can't solve problems, then just go ahead and give up and quit. Get scaling out your head. Stop thinking about scaling. All right. Because if you can't solve your own problems, how are you going to be able to solve the problems of employees? If you making excuses and you can't problem solve, how are you going to be able to delegate and run a company where people are going to come to you with problems for you to solve them when you can't even solve your own problems? Ain't nothing wrong with the market. The market is the market. That's why it's a market. That's why it was created. This is why. And I know y'all hate when I talk about deregulation because y'all already don't like to go do your research. So y'all don't like for me to talk about things that y'all don't understand in the industry that y'all in. But this is why it was deregulated in the first place, to create a market, to bring in competition, to do exactly what it's doing. It lets me know that the system that was designed is working. This is the point of it. Competition is going to always lower rates. I tell y'all that. Y'all say, no, we set the rates. Okay. You have a small part of it, but on the grand scheme of things, supply and demand and competition. You have an overabundance of people in the market competing. Some people are just Michael Jordan, and some of y'all is Kwame Brown. Some of y'all are a bust. Yeah, some of y'all Kwame Brown. Some of y'all just a bust. You thought you was gonna come in that number one draft pick, and when you got in the game, shit. This ain't like college ball. This ain't like the playground from the little town I came from. This the real deal. You got in the league and you realized it was the real deal. It looked good. You came in, you looked like you was finna do something, but when you got in, man, you was a bust. You was a bust. You need to own up to that and accept that. Do something about it. Ain't nothing wrong with the market. Market doing what the market's supposed to do. Up and down, supply and demand, competition. You got high overhead, do something about it. You uneducated, do something about it. You say dumb shit, do something about it. Stop saying dumb shit. You bought some goofy shit from a kid, don't do the dumb shit again. You 40-some years old buying a mentorship from some 24-year-old kid. You are, oh my goddamn button.
Goofy as hell.
You goofy as hell. You bought a course or a mentorship from someone that literally, when you found them on YouTube and they posted a video, it said, started my box truck business, and they was sitting on their Penske truck like this with their arms folded, and it said posted 7 days ago. And you saw a link down there. It was a clickable link that said, and they had tap in with the emoji hand like this. And it said calendly.com/blah, blah, blah. And you clicked it and you picked the time and you paid whatever for the coaching session. And then they sold you on a nickel, a $5,000 mentorship. And then you clicked that. You had the money. You already, listen, do we got to talk about how you had the money? We know you had. We ain't tripping on the money. We know you had the money. We know how you got it. But that's a different topic for a different day. You spent the money. All right. And you got taken on a ride. But then you want to come make excuses and place the blame when it said right there, posted 7 days ago. Started my box truck business. The video was linked, posted 7 days ago. You spent all that money with someone who literally just started at the same time as you, and you thought you was going to get some type of value?
Yo, goof ass. Goofy as hell.
That's why when you come over here saying all that goofy shit, I say, bro, look in the mirror. You did that. You did that. Didn't nobody do that but you. You can't place the blame on nobody but yourself. Own that. Own that. So the market is fine. I know some of your favorite people is telling you it's going to get better and this, that, and that. But what? Okay, ask them. Do me this favor. Ask them what better looks like. Hit the like button. See, I don't be liking these likes either. Y'all want me to continue. Mark, where you been at? Where you been at? We need to cook up. We need to cook up. I come on here and cook up, and you don't hit the like button. Ask the favorite person that's telling you go back. What does this back look like? Explain to me what this back. Because to me, I've been telling you for the past couple years that this is normal. Get used to it. You can't say I haven't because it's in the content. What does back look like? Because if back looks like 2021 to you, you're going to be waiting. Hopefully you got like a cat. After you die, you going to come back somewhere else, and maybe you'll see another pandemic 100 years from now. But you ain't going to see that, big dog. You ain't going to see 2021. And listen, if you thinking back as 2020, 2021, you're going to be waiting forever. You're going to be waiting forever. You not going to see that. And guess what? If we do go into another pandemic, they're going to learn from the mistakes that they made the last pandemic, and it's not going to be that sweet. The way that they was giving out money the last one, they're not going to give it out like that this time. It's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be that sweet. They're going to learn from their mistakes. They're going to learn from the mistakes that was made during the pandemic, the issues that they saw during the pandemic, and then the aftermath, which is what you're going through right now. So for some reason, we do have another pandemic, let's say within the next 10 years, it's not going to be like that, big dog. It ain't. Let's keep it a buck. You in the new norm. I've lived long enough to see shit happen and know that shit never goes back. When them planes, the way some of y'all that never took a flight prior to 2001, you'll never know that a trip to the airport, the experience that you have in the airport, that's not how the airport experience always was. When them planes hit them buildings September 11th of 2001, the experience in the airport prior to that day was a totally different experience. We have not gone back to what it was to go through the airport prior to September 11, 2001. It never went back to that. It ain't gonna never go back to that. It's not gonna never go back. Things don't go back. We're never gonna see gas under $1. All right. You're never gonna have it where the man can go out and in the mass majority, men can go out, the wife can stay at home, and the man can make enough money to support a whole family, a mortgage, a Cadillac, and a station wagon. His wife got a station wagon. She's a stay at home. See, back in the day, it wasn't the soccer mom van. All right. And to the more entitled people, the G wagon. The G wagon is the rich stay at home mom's vehicle of choice. And then to the regular everyday check to check or, average stay at home wife, it's the soccer mom van. They got like a Windstar or something like that, or a Toyota Sienna. But back in the day, it was the station wagon. So the man can go work at the steel mill or the factory or whatever he did, make enough money to pay for a mortgage, feed 2-3 kids, plus him and the wife, buy the wife a station wagon, and buy him a Cadillac. You ain't gonna never see on the mass majority one income be able to do all that. We're never gonna see that no more. So if it was some guy that was waiting after the economy started, inflation started to go up and shit like that, and things started to change, well, I can't wait to get back to the day where, I can go work at the mill and be able to feed my whole family and buy a Cadillac and save money and like, we ain't gonna never see that no more. So what you waiting on? You still getting sold these dreams that they telling you so you can keep hitting it and tapping the link? Just like y'all tapped in last week or the week before last. Y'all tapped. I was wondering why so many people was hitting me up about, man, Mark, I know you don't do coaching and mentorship, but man, let me just run this bread to you. It was people trying to run me bread the past couple weeks. And no, man, I don't do it. I don't do it. Where all this bread come from? And then I found out that y'all tapped the link. Y'all tapped in. That's what they was calling it, tap in. Anytime somebody tell you to tap in, you need to think twice about it, big dog. All y'all middle Americans, I keep talking to y'all middle Americans. Y'all don't know no better. Y'all be falling for all this bullshit. Y'all can't see the forest from the trees. Stop doing shit. Anything that got tap in it, if you a middle American and someone tell you to tap in, just look the other way. All right, I'm giving you the best advice. If you a middle American and you don't know no better, and someone say tap in or tap the link, just look the other way. You don't know no better. You don't know no better. So The market is fine. This is the new norm. I think you should get accustomed to it. I think you should find a way to navigate your box truck business through this current economy in this current trucking market, no matter what lane you're in. If you're OTR, running middle mile, you're curbside, final mile, moving, cargo van, expedited, whatever lane you're in, semi-trucking, you need to adjust and find a way to navigate and become successful in the current market. That's just is what it is. So to me, the market is normal.